After that, question number 17. First of all, read this question. Find the 20th term from the last term of the AP 3, 8, 13 up to ... and last term is 253. Okay. So here, what is given to you? Find the 20th term, but from the last 20th term we need to find of this AP. Now we don't know how many terms are there. Okay, here we don't know that how many terms we have. So how can we find 20th term from the last? Okay, so here we have two ways. Okay, here we have two ways. Here we know the last term 253. Okay, so we can find the order of this term. Okay, we can find the order of this term. That means from here we can find the value of n. Total how many terms are there? Okay, so first of all we can find the total number of terms. Then from last 20 term, so total terms minus 20. So that term we can find. Okay, so what we can do here? From here we can find the value of a. We can find the value of common difference d. We know the value of an. An is equal to 253. From that we can find the value of n. Okay, so n means total number of terms minus 20, and that term we need to find. Okay, from 20th term from the last. But here we are using the different way. Okay, so the different ways. Now we need to find the 20th term from the last. Okay, so just inverse this AP. Okay, we need to find the 20th term from the last. So for that we just inverse the AP. That means here just write down reverse AP. Okay, so our first term becomes 253. Then ... Then here we have 30, 8 and 3. Okay, here what is asking in the question? Find the 20th term from the last. So what we do here? We just inverse the AP. Okay, so now we need to find the 20th term. Okay, now we need to find the 20th term from the first. Here it is written, find the 20th term from the last. But we inverse the AP. Right, so from last we need to find 20th term. So now we change the AP, inverse the AP. So first of all 253 ... 13, 8 and 3. So now we need to find the 20th term. Okay, this is the easiest way. Okay, otherwise what we need to do? From here find a, find d, and that we know. From that we can find n. After that n minus 20, and again we need to find that term. Okay, but here we just inverse the AP. Okay, so now we need to find the 20th term. Okay, so if we want to find any term from the last, so what we need to do? We just inverse the AP and we can find that term. Now here our first term A, it is 253. Common difference D. What is the formula? A2 minus A1. But here we don't use that formula. Difference D means what? Difference between any two consecutive terms. Right? Common difference D means what? Difference between any two consecutive terms. So here we are using these two terms. Okay, so common difference D. Next term minus previous term, that means 3 minus 8. Every time we use the A2 minus A1. But now, right now we do not have A2, second term. Right? So we need to use the other two terms. So that I am using these two terms. So 3 minus 8. Next term minus previous term. Otherwise, I can also use 8 minus 13. Okay, in both the case we get the same answer. Because common difference D is same for all the two consecutive terms. Right? So here I am using difference D is equal to 3 minus 8. So here plus minus 8 minus 3, 5. Big number 8 have negative sign, so negative sign. Now what we need to find? We need to find the 20th term. Right, that means we need to find A20. Right, so A20, what is the formula? A plus n minus 1, 20 minus 1, 19 D. Here we have the value of A and D, so we can easily find it. So our first term A is 253 plus 19 into D. D it is minus 5. So now 253 plus minus 19 into 5. 95. Okay, so 253 minus 95, it is 158. Okay, so here our answer is 158. Okay, here I am using the easiest way. Otherwise, from here we need to find the value of n. If we get the n is equals to 20, so 20. First of all, we need to find the total number of terms. From that, we need to subtract 20, and again we need to put here the values. But alternately, what second way we use, we just inverse the AP. Okay, we need to find the 20th term from the last, so we inverse the AP. So now we need to find 20th term from the first. So as usual method, we can find the 20th term. Okay, here first term 253, difference D 3 minus 8, otherwise we can also take 8 minus 20, whenever we get the minus 5, and we need to find the 20th term. So A20, A plus 19D, put the value of A and D here, we will get the answer. Okay. Now next, question number 18. The sum of the 4th and 8th term of an AP is 24 and the sum of 6th and 10th term is 44. Find the 3 terms of the AP. Okay, find the first 3 terms of the AP. So here, first thing which is given to you, that is sum of 4th term and 8th term. That means A4 plus A8 is 24. Okay, sum of 4th term and sum of 8th term of an AP is 24. So A4 plus A8, 24. Now use the formula of A4. Okay, so A plus 4 minus 1, 3. So A plus 3D, and here A8, A plus n minus 1D, so 8 minus 1, 7D is equal to 24. Okay, now here A plus A plus 8 is 2A, right? And 3D plus 7D, so 7 plus 3, 10D is equal to 24. Okay, now from here we can take the 2 as a common. Okay, so take 2 common. So here only A is remaining and 2 5s are 10, so 5D, and here 24, that means 12 2s are 24 and 2 to cut from both the sides. Okay, we can take 2 as a common, so 2 common, so here A is remaining, here 10, that means 2 5s are, out of that 2 is common, so here 5D, and 24, that means 12 2s are 2 to cut from both the sides. So finally we have A plus 5D is equal to 12. Okay, this is the first thing. Now, other things what we have, and the sum of 6th and 10th term is 44. So, sum of 6th term, that means A6 plus 10th term, it is A10, is 44. So, A6 plus A10, 44. Now, A6 means what? A plus n minus 1D, right? So, 6 minus 1, 5D. And here A10, so A plus 10 minus 1, 9D is equal to 44. Okay, so now A plus A, it is 2A, and 5D plus 9D, so 9 plus 5, 14D is equal to 44. Okay, now in this equation even, we can take the 2 as a common. Okay, so 2 common, so here A plus 14, that means 7 2s are. Okay, here we take 2 common, so A is remaining. Here 14, that means 7 2s are. 2 is common, so here 7D, and 44, that means 22 2s are, and 2 to cut from both the sides. So here A plus 7D is equal to 22. Okay, so now we have two equations, equation 1 and 2. Okay, we have the two equations. So from these two equations, we will get the value of, we can get the value of A and D. Okay, and if we can get the value of A and D, so we can find the three terms of the AP. Okay, so now A plus 5D 12, A plus 7D 22. So we can use the elimination method and we can eliminate A, because A is same in both this equation. Okay, so subtract equation 1 from equation 2. Otherwise also we can write subtract equation 2 from 1. Okay, here I am using 1 from 2. So first of all we need to write the equation 2. A plus 70 is equal to 22. Now write down first equation. A plus 5d is equal to 12. And we are using the subtraction process, so this plus becomes minus. A minus A cancel. Now here plus minus 7 minus 5. 2d is equal to plus minus 22 minus 12. 10. Okay, and big number sign positive. So 2d is equal to 10. Now find out the value of d. So transfer this 2 to the right hand side. It goes to the denominator. Right now 2 it is in multiplication. If we transfer it to the right hand side, it goes to the division. So d is equal to 2 5s are 10. So d is equal to 5. Okay. Now we need to put this value in either in equation 1, otherwise in equation 2. Okay. So put d is equal to 5 in equation 1. Here I am going with equation 1. So now put the value of d here. So here we have a plus 5 into d, that d it is 5 is equal to 12. So a plus 5 5s are 25 is equal to 12. So a is equal to, transfer this 25 to the right hand side. Okay, so 12 minus 25. This plus 25 becomes minus 25. So a is equal to plus minus 25 minus 12, 13. Big number 25 have a negative sign, so negative sign. So our first term is minus 13 and difference d is 5. Okay. So by using these two equations we get the value of a and d. Now we can find the first three terms of the AP. Okay. So first term a1 it is minus 13. Second term a2 it is first term a1 plus difference d. Okay, so first term minus 13 plus difference d5. So plus minus 13 minus 5 8. Big number 13 have negative sign, so negative sign. And our third term a3 it is a2 plus d, right? Every time we need to add the common difference d. So a2 plus d. So a2 it is minus 8 plus d5. So plus minus 8 minus 5 3. Big number 8 have negative sign, so negative sign. So here our first three terms minus 13, minus 8 and minus 3. Here if we want to find the terms, so we have two ways. If we know the previous term, so we can use this formula. Every time we need to add the common difference d. Otherwise we have one different formula too. Because a3 means what? A plus 2d. We have the value of a and d, right? A plus 2d. So in that way even we can find the value of a3. But here we know the value of previous term a2. So we can use this formula a2 plus d. Every time one difference we need to add. Otherwise we can directly even find the a3 by using the formula a plus 2d. Okay. So we have two ways. We can use any way. So here sum of 4th and 8th term is 24. Use the formula, so we get one equation. Same thing here. Here even we get the one equation. Solve these two equations, so we will get the value of d and a, and from that we can find the value of our first three terms. Okay.